Hello everyone, welcome to our Thursday night Facebook Live. Oh my goodness, I'm looking at myself and I think this hair is a hot mess today. We are going to get started. How's everyone's Thursday going? How's this week going? My goodness, this week is flying by for me and I'm still sick. I'm still fighting this bloody cold and it's driving me absolutely insane. I've got like this cough right in my chest and so I've really not been feeling great. And here's what happened to me today. I woke up this morning and I normally wake up at like 6 o'clock to get to the gym. And that didn't happen today. I woke up at 7:46 with Eric texting me being like, are you okay? Are you alive? So started my day like that. And I've been rocking at work on the couch in my sweats all day, and I won't lie, I put my hair in this bun and I put this like bow thing thinking maybe I'll look more put together if I put this pink shirt, brighten up my life here, and this bow, maybe they'll think that I've been like a legit person dressed and working all day. But no, don't be fooled, my friends. I've been working in my pajamas all day. So if you're having a week like I am, welcome to Thursday. We are jumping in tonight with a very special guest. Tonight, we have Smelvin joining us. This is Smelvin, and he's also known as AKA Pile of Poop. That's what his name is on the bottom of this piece of poop. So we're talking all about poop tonight, guys. And here's the thing, Smelvin and I are going to share some really important details with you all about the fiber that you should be avoiding if you have constipation or diarrhea. Now, I had someone slip into my messages the other week and say, Alyssa, you should call yourself the poop queen. And well, thank you very much. I've been told that many times before. The poop queen tonight and Smelvin, we are going to break through some really important myths, shall we say, around this whole poop thing. It's interesting to me because I've had many people over the years come to me and tell me that their doctor or specialist has told them that they should not be eating fiber, that they should not be eating salad or vegetables or, you know, all sorts of different fibers, nuts, seeds, beans, all of these different foods. So if that is you, if you have ever been told that you should be avoiding fiber, let me know in the comments. Give me a yes, give me a hands up, or yep, that's me. Let me know in the comments if you've ever been told that you should be avoiding fiber, period. We're going to get through it. All right. If that is you, this is especially for you, this Facebook Live, because here's the thing. When it comes to our poops, poop isn't so black and white. All right? It's not as black and white as just saying you should not eat fiber if you have diarrhea or constipation. It doesn't work that way. There are many other things and factors and moving parts that we really need to look at. And so tonight, when we're talking about fiber, I want you to always take away from this that you have to see what's working well for your individual body. And to say that you should be avoiding all fibers if you have diarrhea or constipation is, well, silly. So let's just get a few things clear. Let's get a better understanding of what the heck fiber really is, like what is it supposed to be doing, and most importantly, there's actually different types of fiber. So this is all you need to know about fiber right here. It looks just like this, okay? We're going to use this sponge tonight to help you understand the fibers that you should be eating and fibers that might, I'm not going to say you shouldn't, but fibers that you might want to avoid if you have diarrhea or constipation. So I borrowed this from my kitchen tonight, and I'm sure that many of you guys have one of these handy sponges happening in your kitchen. And so when you are washing your dishes, I want you to be thinking about your poop. All right. Now there's two different types of fiber. There's one called soluble fiber and there's another called insoluble fiber. And so soluble fiber, that's like the yellow side of this sponge. It's quite squishy and it absorbs all of the water in the liquid. It's bulking. Okay, follow me here. Then we have insoluble fiber. That's the green scratchy side, all right? Green scratchy side is really great for going in your insoluble fiber and I'm gonna say scraping and cleaning the intestinal walls, the walls of your colon. Now, some of you might be going, ugh, I don't want that. Those who have diarrhea might be cringing thinking, oh my God, no, I don't want anything scraping or cleaning my colon walls. They're so raw and irritated already. All right, it's okay. Bear with me here. So you need to know that there's these two different types. The soluble fiber helps to absorb water and create a bulk, and the green scratchy insoluble fiber helps to scrape and clean so that we loosen the poop in the colon. And with the two of them working together as a team, we're hopefully scraping and cleaning and bulking and forming so that we can eliminate a proper piece of poop that looks just like Smelvin. All right? Now, your poop, I'm going to touch on this briefly, should look like a sausage or a banana. You should have no pain or strain. You should have no mucus or blood happening in your stool. Alrighty, so let's dive into this a little bit more. I don't want you to worry so much about what food is soluble, what food is insoluble. I want us to think more in terms of what is your poop? Where's your poop at? What state of poop are you in? And let's pair the proper fibers with your poop, okay? So for those who have diarrhea, so the problem with diarrhea, I'm sure I don't need to explain it, but we'll do it anyways. For those that have diarrhea, you know it's like the waterworks. You're scared to leave the house and go too far from the toilet. And some of you are probably taking Imodium just to be able to leave the house so that you can go to your job or go to a meeting or get groceries done. But it is absolutely preventing you from feeling normal, being able to actually go out and live your life because you have a better relationship with the loo than you do your friends and family because you're spending so much time on the john. So if those that have diarrhea are not pairing up the right fibers, you're going to be struggling to get that diarrhea under control. This is where a lot of people get told just avoid all fiber. Don't do that. This is where there's certain fibers that can be your absolute best friend. So in this case, you want to avoid these scratchy, insoluble fiber, but we need the help of soluble fiber, which acts as a sponge to collect the water and form the stool, okay? So what kinds of foods could you actually eat if you've got diarrhea? My absolute two favorite go-to soluble fibers that I recommend to all of my clients that have diarrhea is pumpkin puree and psyllium husk powder. So these are two really great sources of soluble fiber that are totally safe and amazing for helping to bulk the stool. So get that going right away. But there are other foods too that you can enjoy. There's oats, there's sweet potatoes, certain beans, believe it or not, kidney, black bean, and navy beans have soluble fiber in them. You can also look at foods like avocados and Brussels sprouts. Right? Who here loves Brussels sprouts? I'm going to tell you one of my favorite ways to prepare Brussels sprouts is if I'm not being lazy and just baking them in the oven, I like to dice them up into almost like a shred and bake them in the oven that way, and it creates like a Brussels sprout chip. You make them nice and crunchy, and they're so delicious on top of foods to give you like this delicious texture. Really great on pasta, gluten-free of course, but love making like crunchy Brussels sprout chips. So tasty. So these are some great sources of fiber if you have diarrhea. Okay, now for those of you that are sitting at home thinking, that's nice, I don't have that issue, I've been praying for a poop for about a week now. Okay, I've had some people messaging me in the group lately that have said, Alyssa, like, I desperately need relief. I have not pooped in 10 days. Then this is for you. For those of you that are experiencing constipation, and I am going to definitely clear this one up because most people are a little bit confused when it comes to their bowel movements. Most people think, I have a bowel movement every day or two. I'm good. I'm good in the poop department. Not quite, guys. Not quite. We want you having 2 to 3 bowel movements every single day. 2 to 3. 2 to 3. I bet some of you guys are sitting at home thinking, oh, that ain't me. I didn't know that. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. You want 2 to 3 bowel movements every single day. Again, no pain, no strain, no poop. Yes, poop, no blood, no mucus, none of that funky stuff, but you want 2 to 3 bowel movements happening consistently every day. All right. So some of you are sitting at home realizing now you actually are a little bit constipated. And for those of you that haven't pooped in 3 to 10 days, you definitely know you're constipated. We need to be talking about fiber. Now, the fibers for those that are constipated, this is where it's a little bit different. We don't want so much of the soluble fiber, that bulking action. You already have tons of bulk happening. What we need is this insoluble, scratchy fiber that's going to help to scrape and clean the colon walls to loosen the stool and get things moving. Now, it's not to say that you don't want any soluble fiber. In this case, you can benefit from both, but what you need most is that scratchy, insoluble, cleaning out the colon kind of fiber. So let's talk about some foods. My absolute favorite go-to is ground flaxseed. Make sure it's ground though. You cannot digest whole flax seeds. You will poop them out whole. You'll be turning around and looking in your poop when you finally do poop and going, oh, there's little seeds in my poop. Grind them up, or buy it ground and keep it in the fridge. But you want ground flax seeds. Ground flax seeds are so easy to eat and consume because you can stick them in smoothies, you can put them on stir fries, you can put them on steamed vegetables, you can put it on soup, you can dice up some apple with cinnamon and almond butter and sprinkle some ground flaxseed on top. You can mix it in with applesauce. You can mix it in anything. You can, if you want to take it like a champ, mix it in some water and chug that shit back. It is so easy for you to get ground flaxseed into your diet. Now, there are other foods that you can enjoy too. Beans are a great option. Now, again, I know some of you guys are thinking, I can't eat beans. They make me gassy. I'm going to fart my way through my workday. Well, that's fine. Then don't eat the beans. There are other options, but just know that beans are a great source of insoluble fiber to help get you pooping, okay? So if you want to stay home on a Saturday and fart your way through the day, then add some beans in and get pooping, okay? Ground flax, beans, you can look at lentils. I love red lentils. I find they're a little bit easier to digest for most people. Typically when you cook them, they kind of cook and they easily turn into like a mush because they're so tiny and they're so fragile. When you get to some of the green lentils, they've got a bit more texture to them. So if you want to introduce beans, start with a red lentil. Okay, Nicole's saying how much ground flaxseed and how many times a day? This is a really great question. It's a little bit hard for me to answer because I don't know what the rest of your diet looks like, Nicole. But generally speaking, we want to be getting about 24 to 25 grams of fiber per day. Okay? Now, depending on how many vegetables you're eating, how much fruit you're eating, if you're eating things like brown rice and quinoa, and depending on how much fiber you're getting in other meals and other food choices throughout the day will kind of depend on how I answer that question. But generally speaking, getting in 1 tablespoon of ground flax each day is a really great place to start. So start with 1 tablespoon. make sure you're drinking lots and lots of fluids, because you can add in fiber if you're constipated, but if you're not addressing water and hydration to help move things through, then it can just bung you up even more. So we want to make sure that we're implementing all the other things as well that help to address constipation in conjunction with your fiber. All right, so some other options for fiber. So ground flax, chia seeds. Chia seeds are a great option as well. You can make a chia pudding and treat them very similar to ground flax in mixing them in anything and everything, okay? Okra, turnips, nuts, these are also great sources of insoluble fiber that are great for constipated states. Now, as I said, guys, nothing is ever black and white when it comes to fixing our gut. There are so many moving parts. And here's the thing that you need to know. Many foods are a little bit of both soluble and insoluble fiber. Before you panic, I don't want those at home with diarrhea, let's say, panicking, thinking, I don't ever want to eat insoluble fiber again. Don't think that way. Remember, we need both those kinds of fiber to both bulk with the yellow sponge by collecting fluid and cleaning the colon to create and form a healthy stool. So it's important that we just aim for a balance, and you can do that by making sure that you're eating a variety of different foods of both soluble and insoluble, but keeping in mind that if you have diarrhea, soluble fiber is your best option, and if you have constipation, insoluble fiber is your best option. So guys, as I said, many of these foods contain both, such as ground flax contains both soluble and insoluble, oats, chia seeds, even some of the beans. So I'm going to ask you guys, if you have diarrhea, I'm going to challenge you guys to add in pumpkin puree and psyllium husk powder, mix it together. So do about a quarter cup pumpkin and about a quarter teaspoon psyllium husk, and mix that together and have that every single day. That's my challenge for you guys. If you have constipation, my challenge for you is to make sure that you are eating 1 tablespoon of ground flax mixed in something, on something, in something, drinking lots and lots of water, and make sure that you're doing that every single day. Now, the second thing that I want you to do is I want you to do this for 2 whole weeks. I want you to jump into my free Facebook group, Love Your Guts IBS Support Group. And I want you to let me know in 2 weeks' time how your poops are, because we need to make you a pooper star. I want you to have perfect poops. And if you're not having perfect poops, we need to chat. Because listen, this whole poopy situation, it is so yesterday. I'm sure you are absolutely sick of feeling like you have no control over your life because your life revolves around the toilet. So I don't want you to wait any longer. Let's get you taking the appropriate action steps, and we'll start with addressing the fiber. And if you're still needing help in 2 weeks, then we're going to talk about getting you on a complete gut repair system. So come on over to the Love Your Guts IBS Support Group, and then I want to hear from you guys in 2 weeks' time. You can private message me or email me at info@soulfoodnutritionista.com and give me an update on your poops. You're going to be a pooper star. If you're hanging out with me, we're going to turn you into a pooper star, and we're going to get you having perfect poops. I hope you guys have an amazing night and an awesome weekend. I have an amazing guest coming next week on our Facebook Live, and I'm so excited about it. I'm going to have her coming in on Thursday night, but I'll start telling you about it on Monday of who's coming in and what topic we're covering. It's going to be extra juicy. We'll see you guys later. Bye.